I am Alton Thomas Davis, the newest justice on the Michigan Supreme Court, and I'm here to welcome you to an edition of Behind the Badge.
Berkeley 49. White male, 5'10", 6 foot, white shirt, blue hat.
We'll try this go.
Welcome back to another exciting edition of Behind the Badge. I'm your host, Officer Corey Miller, and this month we're going to talk to you some safety tips about open burning, as well as the ordinance that prohibits open burning in the city of Berkeley. Later you'll join me going over some tools and equipment on Engine 420. We have Dennis Geary joining us, speaking to you about senior citizen home safety tips. We'll have Officer Frost join us with some information on the poster contest and the winner, as well as Sergeant Crum talking about the Fire Safety Open House this past October. Let's go ahead and see what Sergeant Crum has to say about this year's Fire Safety Open House.
Hello and welcome to the Berkeley Public Safety Department's 2010 Fire Prevention Open House. We're here at the Public Safety Department, and I hope you enjoy this following segment of our day. There's Dr. Phil O'Dwyer. Dr. Phil, what do you think about our event?
I think it's great to put this on for the community. It's a great education for the children. The safety issues are very important, and I just was thrilled with the way the children were focused on extricating that lady from the car, the crashed car.
Sure.
It was just marvelous to see it in their eyes.
Well, we show them the fire safety tips. It's cold, it's rainy, but what do you think of the turnout with the weather?
Well, the turnout is wonderful. Actually, the rain has cleared away a little bit now, and you see the crowd is gathering in, and I think it's been enormously successful. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out again and supporting us. We appreciate it.
We appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, I'm here with Steve Baker, our council member, and also the liaison to the Historical Committee. Behind us, the Historical Committee has provided some pictures, some other artifacts of the city of Berkeley. Steve, thanks for being on with us.
Mike, thank you so much.
And can you explain a couple things you have behind us?
Sure, it'd be my pleasure.
Okay.
What we've brought today is a series of photos displaying the city's history, all the way from when the original fire hall, before it was even the firehouse that we've moved from. We had back in 1925, all the way through to into the 30s and 40s, into the 50s, with some of the trial fires that we've had, and some real fires as well. Did some tests, we did some trials and samples, and then on to the real thing. Over here we see the more recent equipment that we've had for us, including some famous photos of some of our very favorite and famous officers, including now Deputy Chief Bob North when he was first sworn in. It's been an honor to put this display together on behalf of the public safety, and we're very proud of all the work that they've done for us. Mike, thank you so much.
Thanks for being on it with us again, okay?
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm with Denise Brainer from the Berkeley Junior Women's Club, and the Junior Women support our chili cook-off. Denise, can you explain our chili cook-off to us?
This is our fourth annual chili cook-off. We've got several contestants. The public votes, and they taste everybody's chili, and then they put the tickets in our little fire trucks to vote on the winners. The winner gets their name engraved on the plaque, which is proudly displayed in City Hall. This year, the winner is getting this basket that we put together, a chili basket, along with the golden ladle.
So our chili cook-off winner gets the golden ladle. Can I see that?
The golden ladle, yes.
That's perfect. So come on out and have the chili. You vote for the winner, and they'll get our basket and the ladle. I'm with Public Safety Officer Justin Frost. Justin is the coordinator for the Fire Prevention Open House. He does a great job, and he's going to explain the demonstration we're about to see. Justin, what do we got behind us?
Thank you, Mike. This is our simulation for a grease fire on a stove in any typical residential home. What we're using is diesel fuel and gasoline. When we fill this pan up, and it's to simulate the grease, we light this on fire, and if the fire gets out of control, first demonstration is either try to put the fire out with the lid. So you can put the lid out and smother it so it's not getting any oxygen. The second demonstration we're going to show is that you never put water on a grease fire. So we're going to throw water on this, and you'll see why you don't put water on a grease fire. And third, we're going to show and demonstrate how to use PASS, an acronym for using our fire extinguishers. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep.
So this demonstration will be very relevant for the people, the citizens. We have a fire, and it shows what to do and what not to do.
Correct.
All right, very good. I'm with our mayor, Marilyn Steffen. She's joined us here at the Fire Prevention Open House. Mayor, what do you think of our event?
Oh, once again, it's wonderful. Rain or shine, our public safety department knows how to plan a marvelous event. Whether it's this, whether it's Lids for Kids, your golf outing earlier this fall, you do a marvelous job of organizing. I'm amazed at the number of contributors you have. On the back of my shirt, I should have this open, but I don't.
It's a little cold out.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Well, we do thank you for coming out and supporting us throughout the whole year.
Well, we have a public safety department of which I am very, very proud. And I have told other city officials where there is a separate fire department and a separate police department that we have the best idea going.
Well, thank you so much for coming out and being with us again.
Thank you for talking to me again.
Okay. I'm with Marcia from the Berkeley Junior Women's Club. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for letting us help you with your fire prevention open house.
Well, you guys have supported us for years. How many volunteers were here today from the club?
We had about 12 girls here today working in various shifts.
So 12 juniors came out and supported. And yeah, look at all these beautiful treats in front of us. Where did all the treats come from?
Our members of our club donated them. They baked them, or some things like donut holes we purchased. But we like baking and donating refreshments to help the open house.
Well, the kids love it. They come through, and it's first thing. How much is this charge to the citizens?
Oh, no charge at all.
Everything's
free. We just want people to come to the Fire Prevention Open House and have a great time.
Well, this is a great incentive. So thanks for coming out and supporting us again.
Thank you for having me.
I'm with Daryl from the Sons of the American Legion. Each year they come out and support us by providing hot dogs to the kids. Daryl, thanks for coming back again.
Thank you, Mike.
What do you guys have? What do you guys have here this year?
We got hot dogs this year. We got potato chips, pop, American flags for everybody.
I got one of the flags here. You're giving out a flag to each kid?
Yes, anybody that wants it.
And no charge to the kids?
No charge for anything.
We have helmets up here on their stand for the kids as well. How many hot dogs did you go through this year?
Right now I don't know exactly, but I brought 400 with me.
400 hot dogs.
Right.
It's cold. People like their hot dogs, so we're going through them. Can we flip that up?
Step aside.
They look very good. We got lots of members out here volunteering from the Legion. Daryl, I just want to say thank you again for coming out and supporting our event, okay?
Anytime. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Junior Fire Academy. Behind me is the start of the Junior Fire Academy, where the kids get to spray 2 different hoses, one to knock a fire down in a house, the second place where they knock down cones. There's an obstacle course in the back, and then they have the fire extinguisher display. Each year the kids get to do these. They get stamped off on a sheet of paper, and all the kids get a shirt and a helmet at their completion. Next we'll show you the smokehouse, which is also part of our Fire Academy, where the kids learn some valuable lessons. Zonka and her partner Stryker. Trooper Zonka is a K-9 officer, and she's here to explain, one, what Stryker does, and then the fun stuff behind her. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And joining us. What can you tell us about Stryker?
Stryker is a purebred German Shepherd, and he is trained for explosive detection. So he's trained in about 17 different odors, gels, powders, and liquids for explosives. And he's also trained to track people or find people. It could be a lost or missing person, or it could be a wanted person. He does tracks, area searches, building searches, and article searches. And right here on the table, I have some of the equipment that we use. Sometimes we have to go out into the field or a wooded area, so we do change our clothing into a camouflage type uniform. We have our camouflage tactical vest, our camouflage ballistic helmet, and then over here we have several different leads and harnesses that we use. This is his tracking harness, and on the tracking harness we attach a 20-foot line, so when he is tracking he has more room to free roam and try to find the suspect's track. And this is his search collar for his explosive detection. So we enjoy being here today. We met a lot of great people in the city of Berkeley, and this is a great event.
I tell you, he has been the star of the show. Every time I look over, he's got kids all over. In fact, we're holding them back right now just so we can film. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll let Stryker get back to his kids.
Okay, thank you.
Behind us, we have our last demonstration, the Fire Prevention Open House Living Room Burn. We're going to burn 2 living rooms, one with a suppression system, one without, and we'll see what happens. As you can see behind me, what a difference it makes to have a residential fire suppression system. On my right, the contents in the room are burned and charred. There'd be no chance of survival in this room. On my left, the contents are still intact. We have the couch, the table. You see very minimal charring from where the fire started. The residential fire system, the sprinkler turned on very quickly. The smoke alarm is still intact and was working. We actually turned it off because our demonstration was over. As we can see, residential sprinkler systems are an excellent way to keep our families safe. From the Berkeley Public Safety Department's 2010 Fire Prevention Open House, I'm Sergeant Crum. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Sergeant Crum, for that report on our Fire Safety Open House. Despite the cold weather and rain, this year's event was a success. We hope everybody had a good time and learned some valuable information on fire safety. As well, we'd like to thank our continued support from our volunteers and members of the community that help make events like this a success. Now let's join Officer Frost as he shows you this year's winner for the poster contest. As you know, we have a fire safety poster contest with whatever theme that the National Fire Protection Agency comes up with for that particular year. This year's winner was from Pattongill School. She's a 5th grader. It's Melanie Shaw. Let's join Officer Frost. This year's winner was from Pattongill Elementary School. Public safety officers will arrive at her school with the fire truck. They give her a ride in the fire truck with a friend back to the public safety department where she's greeted by officers and eats pizza. The pizza this year was donated by Hungry Howie's. After lunch with the officers, she gets a tour of our facility. I'd like to give a special thanks to everybody that made this poster contest possible, from Hungry Howie's to all the different schools in the Berkeley School District that submitted posters. Congratulations to everybody, and we look forward to seeing your posters next year. Now this next segment is a continuation of other segments that we've had for the fire apparatus. This one you'll have myself explaining some more equipment on engine 420. Now the truck has all kinds of compartments, as most fire trucks do. This particular compartment has our green medical bag. You probably saw it in our police cars or our other truck. We carry oxygen, everything we need to do for first aid for the assistance and injured firefighters, as well as any citizen. If our cars are tied up, this truck will also roll on a medical call. Basic pump stuff, we'll get to that at the end because I want to get a little more in depth with that. Now you're trying to look, how do I get in these doors? Well, these are, again, new designs. They're roll-up doors. They work like a garage door. The reason they do that is they allow for a deeper space to keep more equipment, keep it more organized. As you see, we have a rack for our appliances here. The other truck just had everything laying right here. This one actually has a rack so you can keep your different fittings aside from each other. We have hydrant hose, we have extra supply hose, we've got extra hose for our cross lays or for our firefighting. If we had to add on to a hose, we can. So this compartment we call our appliances, our tools, so to speak. This here is more of our rescue equipment. We have a compartment carrying a backpack. Looks like an air cylinder in, which it is. It's got compressed air in there for firefighter breathing apparatus. But this bag is called a RIT pack. And what that stands for is Rapid Intervention Techniques, or FAST teams, Fire Assistance Safety Techniques. They use this to call into a fire. If we had a down firefighter that maybe ran out of air, he got too far in, something became wrong with his equipment, or he ran out of air, we could take this and connect his air mask right to this pack. So we use this strictly for the rescuing of firefighters. Some other equipment we have is we have life purpose safety rope. We have 3 or 4 bags of different size rope, different lengths, anywhere from 100 foot to 300 foot. This particular life purpose rope can lift up to 1,000 pounds. So we could probably lift the front end of a car if we had to with that. We don't use that for that. The important thing to remember with this life purpose rope is it's a life safety rope. So once you use it once, technically it's no good anymore because you can't guarantee the safety of that. So that why this isn't used to tie doors back or anything like that. It's only used for life-saving purposes. All kinds of equipment up here as well, lights, chunks of wood to crib something up if we had to block something. We have a little toolbox up here with just miscellaneous tools, hammers, little hand saws, that type of thing. Hope you learned some more information on our fire trucks. As you know, we'll continue to show little segments every now and then about our different equipment that we have at the Public Safety Department. Now join Officer Dennis Geary as he explains some senior citizen safety tips for their homes.
Hello, I'm Public Safety Officer Dennis Geary. While we've been doing Behind the Badge for over 2 years now, it's come to our attention that we've left out a large group of our viewers and our citizens of Berkeley, and that group is senior citizens. I'm here today to talk about safety tips. Today I'm going to talk about safety tips around your home. Make sure that you have good locks, doors, and windows in your home. You don't want to hide keys under your doormat. Instead, leave a spare set with a trusted neighbor or with family that live close by. When a delivery person comes to your door, ask for ID and check with their company if you are not 100% positive they are legitimate. Make sure the numbers on your house are large and well lit so emergency personnel can find your home quickly. Look into getting a device such as Life Alert, just in case you ever are unable to reach a phone to call 911 due to injury or illness. From all of us Behind the Badge, we apologize for leaving senior citizens out of the program for so long, but I look forward to bringing you future tips in future episodes.
Thank you, Dennis. As you know, we have a lot of senior citizens in our community, and we always need to make sure that they have the best information possible to keep them safe, as well as all of our residents. Now join me as I tell you a little bit of information about open burning, some safety tips, as well as what the ordinance for the City of Berkeley is. On this segment of Behind the Badge, we want to talk about some other issues, not just general fire safety. We want to talk about some nuisance issues which really affect the quality of life here in the City of Berkeley. Now, as some of you are aware, or some of you aren't aware, that we do have a local ordinance that really is quite plain. It prohibits any open burning. But the part of the open burning, as you can see, is we have fire, and you might be wondering, well, how do we have a fire right here? Open burning, really, the ordinance consists of anything that's going to be a nuisance to anybody as far as the offensive odors. That being the wood burning, any rubbish that you may want to burn, any building materials. That is all strictly prohibited. And if you were caught or have been reported to be open burning in the City of Berkeley, you could be fined with a fine up to from $100 to $250 for your first offense. Now, you can imagine in the summertime, it gets hot. A lot of people, a lot of the residents have air conditioning in their homes. They have their windows shut. But when it's nice out, some people with air conditioning like to have their windows open. Others don't have air conditioning at all, and on a hot summer night, they want their windows open as well. Now, the last thing that they want to do is be laying in bed having that smell of smoke. That causes a couple things. It causes some health effects because, as you know, most smoke, pretty much all smoke, is cancer-causing in some fashion. It has little particles in there that can get into your lungs. It can cause other affected illnesses, such as asthma. It could prompt an asthma attack for asthmatic people. So that's one concern we have. Another concern we have is if you're laying in bed and you smell that smoke, you could think that your home is on fire. We've had numerous calls each year, each spring, summer, and fall, that residents will call in that the garage is on fire or house is on fire behind them, and we'll activate our systems to get all our emergency personnel going, causing us to get to the scene fast, which turns out to be an open burn and most likely a false alarm. Now, it's not a false alarm that it was an open burn, but it's a false alarm that here we are thinking it's a house fire, and we're trying to get all the resources we can as safely and quickly as possible. So that's one effect that we do have. Another problem that we have is, you can see this has a mesh grate on the front and back of it. It's completely protected. This is made from a material that allows me to touch it. Now, some other types of burn pits are a round burn pit that you could get at most hardware stores in your local area. The problem with them is they're not going to let you know that you can't use them in the City of Berkeley, or in fact most cities surrounding Berkeley have the same strict burning ordinance. What you do with them is you burn a log. They may have a cover, they may have this nice grate around it, but it still doesn't stop all the embers and ashes from flying. Now that's a burn hazard. It could catch a garage on fire, could catch a tree on fire, but most importantly, it emits all that smoke, or what we consider a nuisance, that offensive odor that'll burn into your house or blow into your house, your neighbor's house, the whole blocks, all the houses. Talking about burning, just like a gas grill, we want to make sure that we use a good, safe distance from trees, objects, porches, your vinyl siding, your garage. You want to make sure that you're within at least 12 to 15 feet away from there. Some manufacturer recommendations for these outside gas fire pits recommend 15 to 20 feet away from garages or outbuildings. So that's something to keep in mind too. So in a second here, I'm going to cook a s'more and just show you how simple it is to cook a s'more with this model, and maybe give you some general safety tips when you're working around something like this. Now, for this example here, we're going to cook a s'more real quick. And obviously we want to talk about the poker sharp. I prefer to handle it over the child, okay? They may help you put the marshmallow on the poker, but I'm actually going to do the cooking of the marshmallow, just because I feel it's a safety issue. You know, if your children have long hair, if they have loose clothing, anything that reaches over there could catch fire. So we really want to make sure. So I'll pull my sweatshirt sleeves back a little bit, and I'll start cooking this s'more, or this marshmallow, carefully in the fire. Now why don't you come over here for a second, Amber. What's some things that we want to talk about when we cook s'mores? Why don't we want kids to do it?
Because they might get on fire.
Right. And what's some safety tips that we can give our viewers at home? What do we want to tell them? What should we be concerned about when cooking s'mores?
Be careful so you don't get on fire.
Right. And what else? What don't we touch?
Fire.
Right. What about the poker? Should we touch that?
No, it might be hot.
Right, because we're cooking marshmallows on. And who should really be cooking the marshmallows? Should the kids cook them?
No, parents.
Right, or an adult, or grandpa and grandmas, or maybe big brothers and big sisters. But we want to be careful, don't we?
Yeah.
You think you're about ready to eat your s'more?
Yep.
Okay.
I want it crispy.
You want it crispy a little bit?
Yep.
Okay. Now, a good safety tip is, obviously, keep your distance. Watch for your s'more to catch on fire. And if it does, just simply blow it out. This is the dangerous part, too, as well. A hot marshmallow can burn the skin as well, so we want to make sure we use all the caution and do that for the children. We just let it sit and let it cool down for just a second, and then it's safe to eat. Well, I hope this segment has been helpful for our viewers at home, to remind them that there is no open burning, remind them that there are concerned citizens out there that, not just for fire safety, but for the nuisance, the smoke, the odors that it gives off. If you'd like more information on the ordinance itself, or to read it for yourself, you can visit the City of Berkeley website at www.berkeleymish.org. And on there's a link of ordinances. You can go to the general ordinances. It'll give you the municipal ordinances for the City of Berkeley. And you want to look specifically under the trash and rubbish ordinance. That's where you'll find the open burning clause, and it's going to be section 58-41. That'll be the part where the fire open burning is. For other ordinances, such as scavengers, dealing with the scrap metals and whatnot, you can go to there as well and look up. It's always a good idea to look at the different ordinances, especially if you're new to the city and stuff, so you can keep yourself informed and aware of what the ordinances are for the city. Until next month, we'll see you later. I hope the information on open burning and the open burning ordinance for the City of Berkeley was helpful. As you know, that it is illegal to have any open burning, as we explained. Thanks again for tuning in to Viewing Behind the Badge. We hope to see you back next month. I'm your host, Corey Miller.